Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Welcome back to GK to 1K. It has been a while. We're on a little bit of a hiatus for Water Week, but that was a whole lot of fun. Happy to be back to the regular stuff, though. And by regular stuff, I mean we are hitting the nuclear button for this episode. I told you there was going to be more spice, and I intend to deliver. This is a list sent over to me by a duelist named Karzoog, who actually wanted me to play this about a year ago. And I decided, you know, let's get it on GK to 1K. So I hit him up again in the old Discord DMs. I was like, hey, have you made any changes? And this is what they have given to me. So we've got 3 copies of Gravekeeper Spy, of course. We have 2 copies of Gravekeeper's Assailant. We have Spear Soldier and Chief, the good Gravekeepers. And then, might I introduce to you the little Gravekeeper's Cannonholder, who you all see like down here. I'm trying to point this way on the screen, who has been down there for quite a while. Yeah, so this is a Gravekeeper's monster that says you can tribute 1 Gravekeeper's monster, except Gravekeeper's Cannonholder, inflict 700 damage to your opponent. That's not amazing, but it does combine with Last Will, and it does combine with Dark Room of Nightmare. And when you really want to look at what it can do with Last Will, say you flip up a Spy, you bring out Cannonholder, you activate Last Will, you tribute your Spy, you deal 700 points of damage to your opponent, you go get a Gravekeeper's Curse, and whenever this card is summoned, you inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So not only did you do 700, but you're doing another 500, and now, hold on, the combos don't stop there. We have Dark Room of Nightmare in this deck. So that would be an extra 600 points of damage. So if you have Dark Room of Nightmare on the board, and you activate Cannonholder with a Last Will and get Gravekeeper's Curse, that is 1,800 points of damage to your opponent. Now, combine that with 3 copies of Rite of Spirit, and we're talking tons of damage here. We also have a Ceasefire, a Magic Cylinder, and a Ring of Destruction for burn spells. And of course, we have Gravekeeper's Chief that also works as a Rite of Spirit to keep getting back monsters for Gravekeeper's Cannonholder. So basically, we're just going to go wild here. Is this deck good? No, probably not. But is it sweet? Yeah. Is it worth losing some ELO over? Yeah. Absolutely. We've got a long season here, so we're definitely going to be playing some more of the fun stuff, not just focused super heavily on the more competitive side of Gravekeeper. So here we are. Thought I'd get this while we were still a little bit lower on the ladder, but we are going to be going back to some competitive stuff. We're going to be primarily doing that because I do want to hit 1K in the season, but you know, we got to throw in some spice every now and then. So let's see if we can eke out a win with this deck. All right, here we are with the first match. Are you guys ready? We're picking paper, as the rock, paper, scissors randomizer has decreed us to do. I do like that this deck is actually kind of not weak to decree at all, but still a burn deck. That's kind of sick. All right, I'd see we've got Gravekeeper Spy and a Cannonholder with a Chief. This hand's perfect. Opponent leading on a Pot of Greed. Very nice, very nice. We're probably gonna have to be aggressive with our spies in this deck, if I had to guess. But I mean, we'll reevaluate. We have a Pot of Greed that we get to activate here. Obviously, we have a Ceasefire to protect from knock, but I would like for my Gravekeeper Spy to actually be able to summon something, right? Okay, Ring of Destruction is very good for the Injection Fairy Lily here, so pretty happy to see that. Let's go ahead and throw down this here Pot of Greed. Draw some cards. Mystic Tomato's pretty good as well. Mystic Tomato's really good against Injection Fairy Lily. Yeah, I think I'm going to set that. And I think I'm actually going to set both back row. Ring of Destruction is a chainable. Ceasefire is also a chainable. So if the opponent wants to throw down a Heavy Storm, that's totally fine with me. If they're going to MST, that's fine as well. They hit our ring, which is a little annoying. But it's not the end of the world. We'll see what they have to follow that up. Of course, we do have Heavy Storm chilling here. Oh, actually, if they get level 2, that's totally fine because we have Ceasefire. I was going to say they hit our ring, so that sucks, but that's totally fine. Totally fine. They got the Exiled Force. Okay. That makes sense. Make sure to get this monster cleared, and then Injection Fairy Lily is good to come on in. That's fine. Not going to cease fire there. Obviously, that doesn't make sense to just deal 1,000 to the opponent. Yep, attack's all good. All right, we're going to take 3,400, which isn't ideal, of course. But, you know, since the opponent rotated for Exiled Force, that means they probably don't have a knock for the spy. Ooh, we found a Necro Valley too. No! Not Trap Dust Shoot. All right, well, that's going to take our spy for sure. I mean, we can still set Assailant, right? That was a pretty good time for a Trap Dust Shoot. Oh, they're going to take the Assailant. Okay. So that means they do have something for spy. All right. Well, I mean, I'm still going to set it, right? Yeah, let's just set spy. I'm going to go ahead and activate Necro Valley. I could set Heavy Storm. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to pass the turn. And then if they have a knock, of course, we have Ceasefire. If they have level 2, we have Ceasefire, which would deal a ton of damage. They summon out level 2 and attack. They take 1,600 from the attack plus 1,500 is 3,100. That would be pretty good. Uh-oh. God, don't be Koki? Okay. Koki does destroy spy, but we could get Assailant here. And then we can turn it to defense position, and then we can attack over it with Gravekeeper's Chief. If we want to do that. Yeah, I guess that's probably the best we've got here. We could get another spy, tribute it for Chief, go get Assailant from the graveyard, but actually, we're going to have to tribute whatever we get out. So actually, let's get Gravekeeper's Curse. Yeah, let's go get Gravekeeper's Curse. Why not? Deal some damage. That's so sick. All right, well, we got to use Gravekeeper's Curse. End of video. Okay. So, Dark Room of Nightmare is a little late here. Oh, wait. I just realized this destroys both of the monsters. So even if I go into Chief, I guess I just go into Chief, grab Assailant, and then Chief crash with Koki. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I could grab Gravekeeper's Curse and deal another 800, but I don't really think that's worth it. So let's summon out Chief. And I do think I will just go ahead and grab the Assailant. I'm not going to slam Heavy Storm here, of course. It just doesn't make sense to go a little like 3-for-1. Solemn Judgment. Okay. Opponent's at 27. I mean, we're just going to lose, though, right? That's a shame. Okay. Let's... Did we activate the Dark Room of Nightmare? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. This this makes our Ceasefire deal a little bit extra damage. Who knows? I don't like our chances here. Would things have been... No. I was going to say, would things have been different if I had gotten a real monster instead of Gravekeeper's Curse? I don't think so. I still would have been... Oh, no. They just have lethal? Boo. Okay. Yep, and 2,300. We are dead. All right, so let's go on to game 2 here. We've got 2 Watchers spoiling themselves. Now they're going to know what happens. Let's bring in Spirit Reaper. Might bring in Zaborg, and the Sakuretsus actually look pretty good here. What are we? Let's be real. Let's be real. We're cutting the Dark Room of Nightmare. Get that thing out of here. Level Limit actually looks pretty good in this matchup. So do... I guess Morphing Jar is not very good. We got to cut 3 more. Probably trim down on a Curse. Spear Soldier doesn't look great. And... I mean... I mean, as much as I want them in here, I'm going to cut down to one curse. You got to cut out the fun parts of the deck because they're just that not good. Ooh, okay. A little last will action with Gravekeeper Spy. Unfortunately, we don't have another curse in deck now. So that kind of sucks, but I'm actually just going to lead on Tomot again. Just protect from Nobleman of Crossout. You usually don't want to set your Spy turn 1. I know people in the last video were telling me to play super aggressively with the deck, but there's just... you got to play around cards. Let's be real. Now I'm going to get ripped apart by Delinquent Duo. That's okay. That's okay. Take our lumps here. Oh, thank you. All right, we get rid of Gravekeeper's Curse, and don't want to keep Last Will around. It is good with Tomato. Yeah, just get rid of Rite of Spirit. That seems okay to me. Rhoda, okay. We're going to lose our Tomato again. Is it Exiled Force? Or are we going for a level 2 this time? Blade Knight? Would welcome a Blade Knight here. Yep, Exiled Force again. Okay, so turn 1 of both games, our Tomato has just been vanquished by an Exiled Force. Very nice, very nice. But once again, that means they probably don't have a knock for the Spy. And here, you have to MST this back row, and we're not under any duress of... Ooh. A little Necro Valley? Okay. We're not under any duress of, like, Injection Fairy Lily killing us here. So let's go ahead and set this Gravekeeper Spy. We'll go ahead and activate Necro Valley. The opponent doesn't have any zombies in the graveyard or whatever, but they could definitely be playing Premature Burial in that deck. Totally realistic. Speaking of, someone recommended we play Card of Safe Return Gravekeepers, and I'm down. I told Petty about that. He's like, oh yeah, we can make that work for sure. So that might be in the works as another sweet deck. Oops. I meant to hit Declare. Not set. So, Assailant. I mean, we could get Cannonholder here. We have Last Will. We could sack off the Spy. Go get something else. But, I don't know how good that is. We could just get Assailant. Could get another Spy. I don't hate that. But I kind of want to just deal with this Assailant and get it out of here. Yeah. Could also get Reaper. Sack Spy, go get Reaper, attack it. Then we're kind of left with nothing. I'm just going to get... I'm going to get Cannonholder here. I think that's the best monster to run under DD Assailant. Cannonholder is here. Cannonholder is now. Oh. We draw our Assailant? Okay. Mirror Force isn't real. It can't hurt me. Yeah. Okay. Kind of sucks. There's a curse in the graveyard. You know, whatever. Yeah. Let's just get in there. If Mirror Force happens, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to preemptively Last Will here, I don't think. It wouldn't be the worst in the world, because, like, I could just, like, sack something or whatever later on, but I don't think there's any reason to do that. We can just kind of keep our Last Will around. Yeah, now we can pass the turn. Keeping the Gravekeeper Spy in defense position was the hedge for Mirror Force there. And the opponent's down to 4,000. They can't do anything with the graveyard. We've got some big, beefy monsters out here. We've got a Last Will in hand. Injection Fairy. I don't care about that one. Brain Control. I care about that one. Kinda. Like, they get one activation out of this Lily? That's fine, right? Yeah, switch a Spy to attack. Alright, we'll take 300. No big deal. No effect? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we could just put it in defense position. Give me that Assailant back, please. Or we could... I mean, depends on what we have. We could just Last Will and attack it. See what they want to do. They can't pay, so they either lose 1,600 or 2,000, but I kind of just don't want to run out my Last Will, right? When I can just attack the Injection Fairy Lily, turn it to defense, and kill it. Can my monster back, please? Oh, we're lagging. Okay, okay. Understood. Come on, dueling book. What? While we're sitting here waiting, I don't have coffee. I haven't showed off my coffee at all. You have a bag? Can I show these? I could probably show them. I got a bag of like honey barbecue sun chips. I don't know if you're supposed to say not a sponsor or whatever. I feel like there's some sort of like some sort of thing about that. But yeah. Hey, free advertising for you, Sun Chips. Like, don't sue me. You should be happy. The opponent is disconnected. Hopefully they come back. But yeah, honey barbecue Sun Chips, awesome. Insane. They're like the best barbecue chips that I've ever had. Like hands down. They're more focused on like the actual honey flavor, and it's not the fake barbecue flavor like you see with like the Lay's barbecue chips or whatever. It's just a really subtle barbecue undertone with a little bit more of the honey to go along with like the wheat flavor of the chips. Awesome. Big fan of Sun Chips. I can sit down and eat an entire bag of garden salsa Sun Chips. Shocker. The fat guy can eat an entire bag of Sun Chips. Whoa. No, those things are addicting. They're very, very, very good. The opponent's still not back yet, by the way. They have 35 seconds left. This is not how I want to pick up a win, but would also be very okay with not completely tanking the elo here on a little meme episode. Also, just, it gives me a chance to just kind of sit here, chill, talk about things. Talk about Sun Chips, the joys of life. All right. Looking like the opponent's not going to come back here, which is very unfortunate. One, and give me those points. Give me those points. Come on, Dueling Book. Pay up. How many we getting here? I don't even know what the opponent's elo was. 813? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're going to lose quite a bit. Sorry, opponent. They have gone to 0. But it'd be kind of funny if they came back like 30 seconds ago and Dueling Book is like super duper lag for me, and now it's just like it just kept their timer going and now I'm losing. That'd be funny. We may have to refresh the Dueling Book here to get the points. I don't know. They're chilling at 0. I kind of don't want to refresh because I think that's what the opponent did and now they're not back. But we'll see. We can always cut in editing, right? Okay, as soon as I tried to refresh Dueling Book, it showed me that I gained 24 elo. Uh-oh. What are we doing, Dueling Book? We're refreshing again? Okay. Well, you all get to see some scuff here. But yeah, I was just looking at the profile to show you all. We are now 3-1. I know I didn't talk about the elo at the beginning, but let me update this on the old tracker. We are up to 164. We have a win with with Gravekeeper's Curse, Gravekeeper's Cannonholder, Gravekeepers. Wild. I know we only play like a game and a half. I get it. But as far as the elo tracker is concerned, we won that one. And we gained an absolute ton of elo. So let's and we got to talk about Sun Chips. What a good time. What a good time. We are definitely having fun here on the GK to 1K series, but let's get into another one here and see if we can purge that 24 elo that we just gained. We're going second again. Sounds good to me. Let's see what Shay Sharp has for us. All right. I mean, if we keep drawing the good cards in the deck, maybe we'll be okay. We sure did lose the game that we drew Darkroom of Nightmare. Shocker. Duo again? Okay. Oh, you saw it here. The opponent's life points went to 0. You saw it. We won. The opponent has to concede now. All right. They're going to get rid of our Necro Valley. That's okay. Kind of want to keep this MST around. think I might just ditch Tomato. It sucks because Tomato would be a good card to set before the Gravekeeper Spy. Opponents have had a lot of Trinity today. All right, Duo into Pot of Greed. That's pretty cool. Mama Bear. Hey, Water Week's not over yet. Do I want to run out the tribe? I don't know, man. I don't really want to set Spy, but this might be one of those turns where it's like set it and hope they don't have knock. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not into just running out tribe. I'm not into not doing anything either. So let's just set Spy. It's the highest upside play. If the opponent has knock, cool. They have knock. If they don't, that's great. We can save our tribe for later for maybe a little bit more value. Oh, they MST our MST. Okay, love to see that. Let's get this back row out of here. Nice little +1. Oh, Jar of Greed, never mind. 'Twas a safe MST. And all through the house. Oh. Alright, well, they did have the knock. We're going to lose our Spy. And we're going to lose our other Spies. Which is most unfortunate, but I don't know. If we just, like, throw out Tribe there, we kill Mother Grizzly. Like, we're not getting to a point where we're really playing around knock unless we just, you know, keep drawing monsters. But you could also, I guess, make you could also make the point that maybe I'm supposed to just keep the Mystic Tomato there, but I don't know. MST, Tribe, Spy all seemed like more powerful plays after getting duoed. So here, I don't want to activate the swords yet and get a little bit more information off this Pot of Greed, but I am interested in playing around Trap Dust Shoot. So we'll get a little plus back here. All right. Breaker and Mirror Force. Okay. Breaker can potentially get us another plus back here. I like that. Let's just summon out the Breaker. Torrential. Okay. That's fine with me. Yeah, get rid of my Breaker. We do pick up another plus here. Do I want to set the Mirror Force and run into Heavy Storm? I could just flip up swords. Yeah, let's just flip up swords. Why not? I don't think we need to set the Mirror Force into Heavy Storm when we have a thing to stop attacks right here. This allows us to build up some cards to use with our Tribe Infecting Virus. Okay, our opponent has now seen full Trinity, but we're equal on cards somehow. I mean, pick up a little plus here and there. We got a Pot of Greed to negate their Pot of Greed. We got the Torrential play to negate the duo. All right. We discard a Bugroth and an Ocean. Okay. So what else we got over in that hand, opponent? We have Thunder Dragon. Okay. I've seen some Chaos Water lists around. But now we know about two Thunder Dragons over there for the opponent. Breaker. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Breaker popping the swords is A-okay with me. We only take 1,600. We know two of the cards in their hand are Thunder Dragons. We have this Mirror Force that's now safe from Breaker. We have we have Tribe. We sure do have Cannon Soldier too. Or Cannonholder. My bad. I kind of want to save that to pitch to Tribe, but I kind of don't want to use Tribe to just kill a Breaker. I could also set this and maybe entice the opponent into summoning another monster and attacking. Yeah. Let's do that. We'll draw more cards that are good with Tribe. If the opponent, like, they've already used their MST. If they want to throw off Heavy Storm here, sure, whatever. Back row, okay. We're attacking. Just go ahead and Mirror Force. We'll keep the Cannonholder around. No need for the opponent to pick up another +1. Ooh. A little Cyber Jar action? Okay. Alright, I don't hate that. Let's flip up the Cannonholder. And we'll get in there for 1,400. Well, you gotta lose those life points, opponent. There we go. Let's set Cyberjar and pass the turn, and maybe we've got a powerful play coming here. Maybe Cyberjar gets us like all 3 last wills plus Cannonholder plus Curse. That'd be insane. That might be lethal. Salvage? Okay, so we get back Bugroth and Mama Bear. Yeah, Mother Grizzly's really good here. Could just attack over the Cannonholder. Sure. Maybe if they have an Ocean, they go for Bugroth. Okay, Jar of Greed's fine. So we know about 4 of the 7 cards in hand. Okay. And double Thunder Dragon that I don't care about. Mama Bear, which is really good here. Tribe. Oh, they're going for big money. Well, you're not going to get it. They were going to try to pick up a plus here and then kill the Cannonholder. No, 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 no. Okay. We didn't get anything incredible. Hopefully I can get this screenshot. Yeah, there we go. All right, so they got their Serpent, and they got Deco. Okay. And it looks like they're going face down defense position. So let's... Tribe's gone? I guess they could have Prima. Okay. So Necro Valley to hand. This to hand. Heavy Storm to hand. Actually, this is pretty good for us, right? Let's just summon these face down. The opponent would have knocked there, I imagine, if they had knock. So those go face down. Just playing these out in case the opponent has a Prima in hand and they Prima back Tribe. I really don't want them to just, like, wipe my board, right? We can tribute for Chief. We can get back... we can get back the Cannonholder. Okay. It's probably a Raigeki break, and they're just going to take out one of these, I guess. That's fine with me. Because we know the Serpent is here. Okay. And this is a Deco. We do have to be worried about... I gotta discard one more. Yeah, hand size is 6 here in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 in Magic the Gathering. But we do have to be worried about the Snatch Steal, which is a problem. But have the curse. We have the curse. So I guess like I could just summon this out. Play Necro Valley. He probably takes 500, goes to 51. And like I can attack with these, I guess. Just clear the field. I mean, my monsters would be big, right? And I can just save the Heavy Storm. If that's a Raigeki break, cool, whatever. Sure. I'll summon out the curse. Yep, take 500. Oh god. All right, let's flip up the Cannon Boy. And we'll flip up the other cannon. All right, then we'll play out Necro Valley. I guess they could Raigeki break this, but that's fine, right? And then let's just have this attack into Sinister Serpent, because that's a guaranteed kill, even if they do take out the Necro Valley. And then this can attack Deco. Get that out of here. Yep. Goodbye. Draw a card. Sure. Attacking for 1900. Okay. And now... I kind of just want to tribute the curse here. To deal an extra 1700. Or deal an extra 700. Yeah, we don't quite have lethal here. Because they can tribute the other one, but they can't tribute themselves. Believe is how that works. I guess there's just no need to, right? It's just like this can get run over so easily. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and... I'll go ahead and tribute the curse. Deal 700 points of damage with the opponent at 2500. And pass the turn. And then hopefully on the next turn, we're able to just slam Heavy Storm. Chief Chief out the curse, maybe? That would be lethal, actually. But we know the opponent has Snatch Steal. Maybe I was supposed to just get rid of a Cannonholder. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, they're just gonna crash them now. That's fine. No, we're gonna Tribute. Okay, that's even worse for me. Zaborg? Oof. Okay. Yeah, I guess it would have worked out better had I just tributed one, put the opponent at 1800, but that's all right. Last will. Can I do anything with that? So, not really. I can get a I can get a curse off of it. If I summon out Tribe, I ditch Chief. Attack in for 16. No. The last will's so close, right? I think I am going to summon the Tribe, though. Do I want a Heavy first? Not really. I think it's probably Raigeki Break. I mean, I have to do something, right? Sure. Just summon out the Tribe. Ah, man. Get rid of Chief. Kill this as a Borg. If only we'd had the last will last turn, man. I'm just trying to think of a way. Is there a way to... There's just not a way to deal the lethal here. Especially with all three Cannonholders in the graveyard. Alright. Let's get in there with Tribe. We'll leave the graveyard locked here. Yeah, if they want a Raigeki Break, that's fine. And we'll just pass the turn. So close. So close. Maybe... yeah, okay. We would have won the game if I would have tributed a Cannonholder to the other Cannonholder. Alright. That's unfortunate. I did not... Yeah, okay. So that's just a mistake on my part. I definitely could have played around the Snatch Steal a little better there. For whatever reason, I didn't think opponent take my monster and crash, or opponent take my monster, sack for Zaborg. Yeah, okay. Well, I kind of blew it on this one, so like, there's no guarantee it would have worked out because the opponent still has a bunch of cards. But yeah, that's okay. We're gonna lose this game here against Water, so we'll tighten up for the last one. We've got, let's bring in the Spirit Reaper, bring in the Sakus. I guess we bring in Zaborg again, right? Necro Valley actually doesn't seem amazing. Well, it can just take out there, so let's get rid of Darkroom and Nightmare. We'll cut a couple curses again. Spear Soldier not looking amazing. Chief is still just good. But Morphing Jar actually looking pretty good here. Yeah. Oh, let's cut the Chief. Why not? No. Let's cut Level Limit Area B. That's pretty terrible against the water decks. Okay. See if we can pick up this game 2 and 3 here. I think we would have had lethal that way, right? I think so. The the late game has always plagued me in card games. But yeah, if I sack one of the Cannonholders there, then I think that works. I don't know. Not going to dwell on it anymore. We'll flip up the Reaper here and see if the opponent wants to kill it with the Tribe. If they do, no big deal. We can get a +1 with this Breaker and then attack over the Tribe. Really? Do we have 3 copies of Thunder Dragon in hand, opponent? That'd be kind of wild. I think what I'm going to do is activate Last Will here, summon Breaker, break their back row, attack over Tribe. All right, sounds good to me. Let's make sure this is good. Alrighty. Summon Breaker. Alright, let's break that back row. Hopefully it's something good. Dust Tornado, awesome. Fantastic. Just a very, very good turn here. Lose our Breaker. Last Will. I think I might just go get a Tomato. That seems pretty good here. I could get Sangan. Nah, let's just grab Tomato. And get on in there. And do I want to set Mirror Force behind it? Not really. I guess I could. What would... Well, okay. Let's sit and think for a little bit. What would be good? Like if they have Prima, but they could have sided out their Prima. That's totally reasonable. If they have Prima for Tribe, then that would at least be able to kill it. It's really bad against Breaker. Yeah, I think I'm just going to chill. Leave the Mirror Force in hand. Okay. Duo is a reason that I thought about for setting it. But they're going to take out the Cannonholder. Fine with me. I'll get rid of Assailant. We'll keep our Spy and our Mirror Force here. Uh-huh. Now we pitch Thunder. Why didn't we pitch Thunder Dragon before activating Tribe? I get... It's just weird. What would we be holding for? I do not know. But we do know the opponent has a copy of Thunder Dragon in hand. Lethal check, we have 26. No, we definitely don't have lethal, so... Let's just get in there with Tomato. I'll set Spy, and I'll set Ring. Once again, if the opponent has a knock here, sucks. But not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. We've got him to 4,200. We've got a Ring. Very nice little chainable down here. And if they don't have knock, man, that's great. Abyss Soldier. Any priorities? Nope. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna let it go then. I know one card in hand is Thunder Dragon. They're just gonna pass? Well, I think I'm just gonna eat it now then, right? Because if that's a Solemn Judgment, sure. Let's just eat the Abyss Soldier. I mean, one of the best things to Ring here. Puts the opponent at 24. We do have lethal. If we want to go for it, of course, we do know that the opponent is playing Torrential. Oh, Magic Cylinder? Oh, break. Okay. Yep, pitch the other Thunder Dragon, and we're going to get rid of the Spy. All right, works for me. Well, just going to get in for 1,400 then. We do not know what the last card in our opponent's hand is. I'm just going to set Magic Cylinder and pass the turn. Sure. No need to play out into, like, Heavy Storm and then the opponent have something to kill the Mystic Tomato. All right. We pick up game 2. All right. Through game 1, game 2. Here we go. Maybe we can pull out this match, get a nice little 2-0 with this deck. Okay. I just need to slow down and think. Let's see. I think I'm okay with all of this. Having Chief plus Zaborg is a little much, but I think it's okay. Like, we're running on Mystic Tomatoes and Spies. We have a Reaper here. We've got Sangan as good tribute fodder. Yeah, okay. I think I'm good. Let's just run it back. See if we can pick up this game 3 here. All right. Not a bad hand. We've got Terraforming to grab our Necro Valley to make our dudes big. Hopefully the opponent goes turn 1 Ocean. We also have a nice little Zaborg here with a Rite of Spirit. So if one of our monsters gets canned, we can bring it back, summon out Zaborg. Not bad. Opponent is leading on Thunder Dragon, though. Let's see if they have more Trinity this game. No, we have a single back row and a pass. All right. Ooh, last will action too. All right. Well, they could definitely have Ocean, but I think I'm just going to lead on Terraforming here. Go grab our Necro Valley, summon out Assailant. They could very well have Raigeki Break or something. That's totally fine with me, right? All right, let's summon probably Cannonholder, right? Yeah. Let's plays around Bottomless Trap Hole. Now, we just play our worst threat. It is better with Last Will, technically, but I think we're going to get to use Last Will with Rite of Spirit here. Now we'll throw out the Necro Valley. 1900 is totally respectable. And if something's going to die, I'd rather it be this, because Assailant just, has a really good effect. But it looks like Necro Valley's going to die. So that's fine. Opponent takes 1400. Sure. I'll set Rite of Spirit. Sounds good to me. Pass the turn. Now, what I'm really hoping for is the opponent doesn't have much back row going on, and they just summon something out, attack over this Cannonholder. I Rite of Spirit it back. Last Will, Zaborg. Just a back row. Okay. Ooh, Chief? Chief is free. And we have Last Will. Man, I wish we had something that could, like, take out back row. I kind of just want a tribute for Chief. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the safe middle ground play here. I don't think I need the Last Will. Just kind of hold on to that. Sure. Go Gadget Chief. And I've said that twice in in videos here now. I am just going to attack with both of them. Oh, they do have the Torrential? That's fine. That's fine. So we still know about 2 Thunder Dragons over there. We have 4 other cards. We could extend here, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I'm just going to hold on to this Rite of Spirit. Yeah. Now, the plan still, especially with Torrential gone now, is Rite of Spirit one of these back. Or Last Will, Rite of Spirit, Zaborg. Bugroth, sure. All right, no back row again this time. None. 0. Come on, opponent. You don't need that. That's okay. Ceasefire. All right. Ceasefire's pretty good. We can Last Will, Rite of Spirit, Tribute for Zaborg. We could go get, like, Spirit Reaper, but they have double Thunder Dragon in hand, so maybe that's not really the best. We could just Last Will Assailant Crash. Would be, like, the best use we could get out of Assailant. And then that keeps our Rite of Spirit plus Zaborg around. Then we could go get Reaper maybe and try to hit something that's not a Thunder Dragon. Or we could go get Sangan, which is good tribute fodder for Zaborg. I don't hate that now that I think about the Sangan. Okay, I'm playing very conservatively here. But I think that's okay. So let's summon out Assailant. We are under Last Will. Let's attack the Bugroth. All right. And is it Sangan? Could be Tomat. I think it's just Sangan. Reaper's kind of... I'm just going to get Sangan. It goes really well with this Zaborg. This is something that the opponent doesn't want to kill. Reaper could just hit a Thunder Dragon, which hitting Thunder Dragon's totally fine. But I'll set Ceasefire here too, I think. In case the opponent draws into a duo. No need to lose both cards. Both of these are chainables. Ooh, no play? Okay, Cyberjar. That's an interesting little one. Let's just get in there with some Sangan pokes, I guess. There's no need to play into Mirror Force here, I don't think. We'll set Cyberjar, though. That seems okay to me. If the opponent summons something and wants to attack into it and we decide we don't want to flip it, of course we do have Ceasefire to deal a whole bunch of damage. Looking pretty good here. Knock. Yeah, I'll just Ceasefire. We'll deal 1,000. That sounds good to me. Opponent goes down to 3,600. This is 1,900 attacking right here. We do have just lethal with Rite of Spirit coming down. But we've been playing around Mirror Force this entire time. We'll see. Bugroth coming down. That's cool. Sounds good to me. Yep. Cyberjar out of here. Cool. All right, there's an ocean. So, Bugroth. Oh, last will? That's disgusting. That's gross. I mean, I'm doing it here. Let's play last will. The hope here is that's not Solemn Judgment. Let's go! We did it! Oh my god, a little throw in game one, and here we are winning our second match? Okay. Our elo went up 44 in this episode. Oh my lord. Alright, well, you know, I'm never I'm never gonna doubt the Cannonholder again. But we are going to end this on a high note, that is for sure. A little bit of a short episode, but hey, some of these are going to be short and sweet. Some of these are going to be long. You know what? I said in the last one that that the next episode was going to be a little extra long. I totally forgot about that when I loaded up this deck because yeah, we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it on a high note with this one. I don't wanna drag it on and just be let down when we can just not live in disappointment. But yeah, we can go over to the full screen here. All right, elo full screen. The Moki Moki has jumped up to 184. Even through my best attempts to throw that match. Once again, could have done better in that game one here against Water. Just didn't play around the Snatch Tail that was face up as best as I could. So sorry about that, but that's okay. That's okay. We didn't get punished. We won the match. We've gained 44 elo just from Cannonholder Gravekeepers. That's pretty sick. I promise this time the next one will be a longer one. Gonna make good on that, but we'll definitely get more matches with probably a little bit more competitive version of the deck next. But yeah, nice short and sweet GK to 1K episode to start the week. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.